today.
You know, your head opening up, yeah. But it'd be fun would be to do like the stunts. So there was a moment where Dick Roman bit one of his minions when the stone was stolen. And I remember they rigged it so that there were cables going through the ceiling. And they said, okay, James, you have to come in here, you're going to bite his head, you're going to fling him through the ceiling. And I thought, okay, sweet, sweet. I should have known when everybody on the whole set sort of stood back about 15 to 16 feet. And then the stunt coordinator said, be careful his boot doesn't kick you in the face while he goes through the ceiling. And sure enough, I storm in and I go, he goes, please don't bid me. And I said, why would I waste a good meal? You know? I do this and he shoots right through a hole in the ceiling just like that. It was beautiful. I was really concerned about my nose. Thank you for the question. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi. My mom wants to know how it was working at Seinfeld.
Oh. That's a good question again. My mom wants to know. Apparently, before I was born, there was a show called Seinfeld. It was right after Bananas, I think. Jerry Seinfeld, that was a kick in the pants, man, because that was, you know, in those days when you audition for something, nobody gets signed.
How sure are you
as an actor, you just know there's a certain rule in Hollywood. You just don't get signed.
I have to go get my phone.
This movie stars get a guest star on Seinfeld. So basically, they wanted to see me anyway. So I go in there, I can't believe it, Jerry's in the room. I did a bit where I had a seizure every time I heard the song Desperado. And so I'd be talking and into some sort of misty-eyed seizure. And he was laughing at all the right spots. I'm thinking, I cannot believe that I'm making Jerry Seinfeld laugh. And then the next thing you know, I mean, I'm on the set. Maine, you know, Kramer. And I remember, really, I would have to call my friends and say, I've tricked them. I don't know how I fooled them into this, but I don't belong here, and it's only a matter of time before they ask me to leave. And every time you saw Jerry, tell your mom this, every time you saw Jerry, brand new pair of sneakers, he had this freakish, he would only wear like sneakers 1 or 2 times, and then he would donate them. So it was like Gatsby, in a way, right? He was always wearing brand new sneakers, and he was always walking around with a bowl of cereal. And I'm not joking, he was always eating cereal. There's something, so he's on the autistic spectrum, I suspect. But anyway, it was incredible. And Michael Richards was great, and these guys, they really helped me to sing, because that show turned into a big, big breakthrough. I got a lot of shows out. I would have gotten Frasier if it hadn't been for Seinfeld. I played a gay French ski instructor on a show called Frasier. Tell your mom, thanks for the question. Where is she? You wait. Oh, there you are. Thanks for the question. Yeah.
What's your absolute favorite part of being Dick Roman?
My favorite part of being Dick Roman?
Yes.
You mean the favorite moment that I had? Or just what's the best part about being it?
Yes, that.
Yeah. Well, I just love, I think being impervious and completely, I mean, you know, I just love that you just can't beat me. I mean, you can't keep me down. He's still out there somewhere. I mean, you know, he's in purgatory, you know. He ain't dead yet. I think that the fact that he can laugh all that stuff off, even when he had a bone stuck in his neck, he could still laugh that off. I think that's probably my favorite part. It's just sort of that he just had fun with it. Yeah. That was an interesting thing too, when they said, you know, you want to do the show, apparently in this episode, Misha's going to hold your head back and Jared's going to stick a bone in your throat. That contraption was like, that was old school special effects because they had to put metal on me and I walked around like that for hours with his bones stuck through my neck. And he, no matter what you did, everyone would be like, oh my God, that's amazing. Can I touch that? I had tubes going down my back, so there's like black stuff would squirt all over the place. Yeah, it's good time. Who's got the next question? Is that over here? Yeah.
How was the morning when you felt
How do I feel about the dick jokes? I like them. I think I made one, didn't I? I made one on Twitter. I think I said, after the dick finally died, I said, thanks for all the kind words about my dick. And, the rise of dick was also very good. That's off to Sarah. Yeah?
Hi, I don't know when you included Dick, the favorite Dick was. Will Portland or Dick Rose?
The question is, who do I think is a bigger dick? Bill Portland, which is the guy I put on all my children. The 154 bonanza. And, or Dick Roman. Well, Dick Roman is looking out for world domination, so it's kind of a dick. Yeah, Bill Portland was fun to play. One of the lifetime ago. Just down the road, though, is working in Manhattan. That's interesting. When I fly into New York, man, I always get nostalgic because when I was 20 years old, I just got out of acting school. I remember there were two guys waiting for me as I was getting on the plane to go to all my children. Both my acting class, Mark Ruffalo and Benicio del Toro. And they said, wow, how'd you get that gig? I said, don't worry, Benny, Mark, I'm sure things will pick up for you soon. Where are you? Yeah.
I have to tell you, I'm very impressed and want to know how you keep 30 games of Words with Friends straight.
Yeah, it's
And
tough.
you owe me a word.
Well, I do. I'm sorry. I've been really slacking. I sent out my call sign for Words with Friends. That big celebrities play in first class while waiting for the door to close. And I got bombarded. And I guess Misha plays too, doesn't he? But does anybody play Misha? Have you played it? Have you played it? Is it tough to get on? No? It's impossible, right? You did it well. He ignores me too, but even if I'm in a room with him and there's nobody else there. But no, it's tough. My wife actually wonders if there's something wrong with me because seriously, if we're going to bed and the light's still glowing in my face, I have to finish. All these people think I'm rude. They'll think I'm rude. If I owe you a word, I'll
I'm sure you get it.
I will. I hate to forfeit those games. So yeah, no, thank you. Yeah. 30 games you must try it. Yeah.
Who did you like, two questions. Who did you like working with the most, and did anyone play a joke?
The second question was, I'm sorry?
Did anyone play a joke?
Did anyone play, who did I like working with the best on the show, and did any of them play a joke? Well, the truth of the matter is that, yeah, I mean, working with the guys was great. They're charming. They really are fun. And they never targeted me specifically. I wasn't around enough for them to feel comfortable enough. It's like, apple pie my bed or something like that. But they would do stuff like that. I mean, it was like, they really are. They're sort of like, in the Who, there was a guy named Pete Boone who used to be the drummer in the Who. Jared would be riding around on a mini bike this size. Considering he's like 6'5" or something, it was really absurd. I mean, these guys, literally, I mean, they were playing pranks all the time. The outtake reel is probably proof of that. But they never, no, I think they confessed, several of them confessed to me later on that they were intimidated because I was walking around like Dick Roman. And they didn't know where the line was. So they were trying to be as friendly as possible. I know Felicia Day said the same thing about it. She says, I was always really scared around. It's like, oh, come on. Oh, this is sheep in wolf's clothing. But no, they didn't actually, they never spiked my Gatorade or anything. The boys, I'd say, yeah. And I like working with them all. Jim, they're all great. Jim's great. Mark seems like a good friend. But you know, those two, they're rock solid. Also, I never worked with Misha a whole lot, but I'm always really impressed by him. He just hates seeing a guy who's that good looking be that talented. You know? I mean, he's like Robert Redford kind of talent.